Hello, everybody, and welcome to the
Zach
and Lex Talk
Talk
Stuff
Stuff
podcast.
podcast. Hey, I like that. Okay, I think
Pretty
we're
close.
we're getting better. Yeah.
This is the show where me and my best buddy in the whole wide world, Zach, talk about whatever we feel like. And we got a couple of subjects that we want to talk about today. One main one, we are going to be talking about our personal favorite and personally underrated childhood media that we grew up with. A lot of the stuff that informed us before a lot of our obsessions came later. Much before, this was before my obsession of comics, and this was apparently kind of before. Some of this was kind of before your obsession of Star Wars, right?
Oh no, I came out of the womb ready for Star Wars. My dad is Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Star Trek. My mom's Harry Potter and Star Trek, with a little bit of Star Wars. So it's like I'm revolving around fandoms at all time.
Yeah. My mom loves Star Wars. My dad loves Lord of the Rings. Like I'm more talking about the movies than the books. But the big union is they both love Star Trek. I think it's time to really talk about childhood media that's very precious to us.
Yeah.
So, my good sir, would you like to start? Like, what is first on your list? And just letting everyone know, we have a list of like close to like seven with a couple of honorable mentions. We'll probably talk about more as time goes on, but we want to try to stick to you know seven as much as humanly possible.
So probably, arguably, my number one, and I'm sure Lex and I are going to talk, and more will come to mind, and we'll be like, "Oh, I should have put that on the list." But just to get the ball rolling, my number one would probably be Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. It's it's a tongue twister, but it is one of my all-time favorite childhood movies. I remember watching that on car rides on the little compact DVD player all the time, and I honestly haven't watched it in many, many years, but I just remember it with such fondness. And I think it handled the idea and concept of death so incredibly well, especially for a younger audience.
Mhm.
And it's just it's a wonderful, whimsical movie. And uh, it, Lex, you've seen that too, right?
Yeah, I've seen parts of it because I remember catching the last half of it on TV when I was younger. So I don't think I had ever seen the full movie, but if for me, I definitely remember it. There's a scene that cracks me up where he's in the hospital and he's like playing an instrument, and I think he called it his appendix
Yep. Yeah,
or
his
something like that.
appendix. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Going to
then
the
it's
hospital.
taken away. It's taken away from him, and he's like, "I thought you needed a doctor's signature before you had their appendix removed."
Doesn't this hospital need a signature to remove a patient's euphonium?
I feel like Dustin Hoffman is an actor that not many people talk about as much as they
No.
should.
I mean, I can't say to know everything about Dustin Hoffman, especially as of recently, but like
Yeah.
Hook, Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, where I knew him first was probably Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. Then Hook, and then I remember seeing him in Meet the Parents, or no, Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
I know. And Barbara Streisand's his wife.
Mhm.
All I remember is when I watched that movie, I was like, I want to go to their house.
Honestly, yeah, it seemed pretty fun. I
feel like it would be a safe space. They would appreciate, like, they would be very allergy friendly, and I think they would just be encouraging, and I think I would just get a great big hug from them.
I mean, they're the kind of parents to have the honorary wall of like participation trophies. So they've got to be an accepting place.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, for them, like, out of all things, I know that, like, De Niro's character in those movies makes fun of um Ben Stiller for being a
Mm.
male nurse. If I were in one of those movies and I saw him like making fun of Ben Stiller being like, yeah, he's not a doctor, he's a male nurse. And I'm like, oh, you're not a doctor, huh? Oh, so you actually do all the work in the hospital.
That makes me think of like a meme from I saw the other day where it's like doctors the what's the title for the nurses in dentist offices.
Mhm.
Essentially they'll do all the work and then the dentist
Mhm.
walks in, he's like A7 B23 2 no cavities, walks out wearing sunglasses, doesn't remember your name or anything like that.
Yep, pretty much. But yeah, like yeah, Hoffman, I also think I was first introduced to him in Kung Fu Panda as
Hmm.
Shifu. You know, I
I
also
always
remember,
forget he's Shifu. Yeah.
yeah, he's great. He was also in a movie called Wag the Dog. He was also in a movie. He was in Rain Man,
Yeah.
obviously. He's
Obviously, yeah.
fantastic in that. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like with and I think Mr. Megorium is another one of those examples of like it's Hoffman giving his all for a movie that is very very silly, but and I can't speak to him as a person. I don't know anything about him as a
Yeah.
person, I but he is so earnest and wholesome in Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium that it's like if the genie from Aladdin was Mr. Rogers. That's the
Yeah,
best way I could kind
that's a
of put
pretty
it.
good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um what's it called? I feel like that role in Hook, he's just giving it all for a children's movie and he knows the message. Like he knows what it's about. Um in we'll jump on to the next piece of media, but I just love that line, these are my last pairs of shoes, as he's smiling. You know, it's just it I think it was a very helpful way for, as a child you don't really understand what death is and how it comes around, and so um having that kind of introduction, like it's nothing to be really afraid about. You know, you uh it's around and you can't cower from it, and you know you go towards it and it's inevitable, so enjoy your time here, make the best of it, you know.
And I think that's a really good message for especially something that's like a excuse me, made for an audience so young. So for me, I did mostly shows and a couple of movies.
Mm.
Um, yeah, this one, and this is for people like around our age. Like, this was, I watched the show, I didn't watch the movie called Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends.
I remember those being nightmare fuel. Those faces.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the faces, the mime spider is so
No,
weird.
thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, I know. But I remember watching it when I was very young, and I remember their arch nemesis was a big giant snake, and that freaked me the hell out.
Yeah, it's that's fair. You know,
Like
giant
a
snakes and
rank.
children isn't really a great mix.
Hmm. Yeah, I like when I watched Harry Potter for the first time, I had to look away at the snake scene. I
Mm.
still look away at snake scenes in movies. I'm terrified of them. Uh,
I don't mind snakes. I remember in preschool they brought like a huge corn snake to the class,
mm,
and we all got to hold it, and I got to hold the head, and I was really excited about
mm,
that. I
mm,
mean, they look creepy, but at the same time too, um, they're just goofballs, like all of us.
mm. Sometimes. But yeah, I remember watching it as a kid, you know, and uh, looking back, like I just remember having like fond memories at that time, and sometimes I would go into certain places and they would like put it on the TV. Like I think I went into like and this is a throwback, but Fast Freddy's, that when that was a thing
Fast
in my local
Freddy's.
area. Yeah, it was an old like kind of gas station.
Hmm.
It's a totally different thing now, but I remember it had like it was a convenience store, it was a Dunkin' Donuts and a gas station. And I remember on the TV they would play some kid shows every now and then.
Mm.
And I think I saw it on there while I also saw it at home. So I'd be like, hey.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, like I don't remember too much about it, but I think it's just like it's just Miss Spider having like a home for all of these like uh little like bug creatures where it's just like this is our house, this is the home and the family we've made together. It's very cute and wholesome.
Cottage
Well,
core
also,
for insects and low poly animation.
yeah. Hey, I mean, Beast Wars.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we had Ben on here, he would tell you. I'm nostalgic for like bad animation
Mhm.
because I think for like certain stuff I grew up with, I was like, oh yeah, that's poorly animated looking back now, but it brings back memories.
I mean, look at old VeggieTales. If you ever watched that,
Yeah.
yeah. The I love that they designed the characters, and originally they were gonna have hands, but it became so much of a problem. They're like, all right, let's just animate their bodies moving in weird ways. And oh, that early VeggieTales, Larry moved in a scary way, and I didn't like it. Or the way Bob leans into the camera and he's like, what does he say? And we've got a show for you.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like Miss Spiders, apparently it's on Tubi. I might rewatch a
Yeah.
couple episodes just to be like, okay, how good or bad is it as well as I remember?
Everything's on Tubi. It's on Goopy. It's on Plubo. It's on
Mhm.
Bleepy. You know?
Yeah, Vlogs, whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's a Gleeby original.
absolutely. But yeah, no, like that's I remember that. I remember watching it on one channel. It was not PBS, it was something else. And then it started airing on like Nick Jr.
Mm.
So it was definitely tossed around a few times.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, do you have another one?
I'm jumping between two different ones.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'll talk about this one next. No particular order anymore, but I'm just gonna shout some random stuff out. But my favorite show that I would always hope would be playing when I got home from school was Misadventures or the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Yep.
I loved that, and a lot of people find it more creepy, especially with the animation and the plot points of the story. But I always loved it, and I could do a Flapjack impression. So I thought it was cool doing a Flapjack impression. I'm that weird kid in the back of the class doing a Flapjack impression. But I loved that show, and I feel it set a stronger baseline for my taste as an adult, with like more adult aimed animation, something like Smiling Friends. Just the jokes that they could get away with in Misadventures of Flapjack, or the punchlines were so funny. Like the what is it? I was quoting with my girlfriend the other day.
Don't drink out of the ocean, Knuckles! Seawater makes you crazy! Look at me! I've been drinking it for hours!
just stuff like that, like, you know.
Or I also remember the promotion material for Flapjack when it was on Cartoon Network. You know, that and Chowder. Like those were the two titans of animation and Cartoon Network at that time. Much more than what's the other one with the skeleton and the kid?
Something in Mandy.
Yeah, because I didn't view that as great. I was not crazy about that one.
I wasn't allowed to watch that one, and then for some reason I wasn't allowed to watch Chowder, which watching it as an adult, I'm like, man, I would have loved this as a kid. I loved the art style. Why wasn't I allowed to watch this?
Oh yeah, that's how I felt about that's how I felt about regular show. I'm like, why didn't I watch this? What's wrong with me?
I watched Adventure Time more than regular show, but I did like the early episodes of regular show, especially with like the episodes where it's like, Benson, we didn't do our work and now the Earth's falling apart. Help us fix it.
That's most of regular show.
Yeah.
Like,
Benson, I stubbed my toe and now the fabric of the universe is breaking apart like Thanos snapped it or something.
Yeah.
Let's fix it.
It's pretty funny.
Skips just like does some hand gesture and it like snaps and it goes back.
It's okay. I've seen this before. And yeah, no, I agree with Flapjack. I also remember the episode that I watched the most frequently or most frequently appeared on TV. I don't remember what the plot of it was, but I remember the bartender of the saloon where he's like, Candy Island, I love Candy Island. He wakes up from his dream. Pickle Island, I hate Pickle Island. And then Flapjack and
Candy Wife.
Yeah, exactly. Candy Wife.
I always liked Dr. Barber. Does someone need surgery?
I remember the promos of like, these flapjacks are gonna taste great. You can't have them without maple syrup.
And there's what's the one that's usually so quotable? You better grow up. Grow up. I'm 38 years old. You know?
Or what about when they all lost their shit at Fruit?
What was
and
that?
Remember when they lost their shit when Flapjack mentioned Fruit?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Really?
No.
And by the way, as a kid, I didn't get it. And then as an adult, I'm like, oh, now I know why they're all crazy about Fruit. They all have scurvy.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I think that was the hidden joke. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what it's implying to me personally. But
I always loved the episode with the Combs guy. The guy was so attractive that he had to wear the burlap sack over his head.
Yes. Oh my gosh!
And
Just
he'd make
unlocked
Combs
the
and leave
memory.
in a dish. You know.
Absolutely. Oh my God, Flapjack. Where is Flapjack? Where could I find it?
I think it's Hulu. Yeah. I'm tired of all these subscription services. I don't want to subscribe to 3 different ones so I can watch everything from Cartoon Network.
I know. Yeah. It's just so frustrating.
Physical media, my friends. Physical media.
I bought 3 Blu-rays recently: The Mummy Trilogy, Casablanca, and The Nice Guys.
All of them great choices. I've got 2 VHSs of Casablanca. Recently, I got my hands on a VHS of When Harry Met Sally, one of my favorite movies of all time. I was so pissed. I was at the thrift store a little while back. I'll mention this and we'll jump back onto the next thing. But I was in the thrift store and I saw a VHS tape for Uncle Buck. And I was so excited because I love John Candy's movies. Excuse me. And so I'm bringing it to the checkout line and it slips out of the sleeve and hits the floor. Tape cracks. I look at it. It's a copy of Forrest Gump. I would have been so pissed if I got home. I'm so excited to watch Uncle Buck and I put it in the VHS. All right, who's the wise guy? You know?
Like, no, I already have this one. Where's?
I want Uncle Buck. I don't want a box of chocolates.
No, absolutely.
Anyway,
I,
next thing on your list.
all right. This one is so I watched this one on Nicktoons. You know, Nicktoons had some pretty good ones. Like I remember, like it had a mixture of like animation and live action. Like I think Ned's Declassified showed up on there a couple times.
Hmm.
You know, Fairly Odd Parents, but they also had Wolverine and the X-Men, which is not what I'm going to talk about here. I do love that one. That's a different subject for a different day. But what I did love was, and this got me into the character Speed Racer: The Next Generation.
I know about the original show, but I don't know about the Next Generation show. And I only know about the original show because I remember that was an anime that was pretty popular.
Yeah,
Right?
it was my dad's favorite anime growing up. He loved
Mhm.
that one. But yeah, yeah, Speed Racer: The Next Generation took place in the future. We meet this guy named Speed, and everyone's like, "You mean like Speed Racer? Like who was one of the greatest racers to ever live?" He's like, "Yeah." But apparently, he didn't know he was related to Speed Racer. It was kind of kept hush hush.
It's like Luke
Eh.
Skywalker walking around Tatooine like, Skywalker, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, he goes to this racing school that's run by his uncle Spritle, who was the little boy that was with Chimp Chimp, now grown up and a millionaire running the school.
Hmm.
And Speed, he meets all these friends and he wants to get into racing and he's very good at it. In fact, he befriends this kid named X, who's turned out to be his secret brother.
Secret brother plot twist.
Yeah, as in Racer X. So there's a lot of a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint of like stuff if you're a fan of the original and know the lore of Speed Racer. And there was an evil corporation. That's actually a big thing about Speed Racer. Speed Racer is all about corrupt corporations and racing.
Mm. Yeah.
And Speed
I'm all
Racer
about a show
eats-
that shows the faults of capitalism.
Yeah, and Speed Racer is all about fighting off, like winning races to prove that just because you have some money in the hand doesn't mean you get to win the race when you can.
Republic credits are no good out here. I need something more real.
Like
Mhm.
he's like, people should not be bought and paid for. I'm gonna win this the way it should be won. And it's actually pretty brilliant. And there's a lot of wackiness to it that I haven't seen a lot of the original show, but I know it well. I know some of the lore well. And, you know, I loved that Speed Racer movie and then hated it and then loved it again as an adult, realizing, oh, wait, this is actually brilliant. But yeah, Speed Racer: The Next Generation, it would sometimes use 3D CGI for certain scenes.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the characters would be 2D.
Mm.
Like when it did racing, it was 3D. And then when it's just the characters, it's 2D. So it definitely looked a little jarring. But like look it up right now, like Speed Racer: The Next Generation. And they would do these
Slow it in
things.
there, Speed Racer.
And they would do these things called virtual tracks where everything looked weird and in outer space.
Ooh.
The look on your face says it all.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. The jump between different
Mhm.
designs. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I really liked that one. I think because one, it's about racing cars, so I'm like, cool. And plus with a rogues gallery, for me as a kid, it was very easy for me to get hooked on a show with like a plot of a hero where it's like, oh, and they have a rogues gallery.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, so many Disney shows I watched growing up did that. It's not on my list. It should be on my list, but it's not. There was the Tarzan animated series
Oh, I
that was
remember
based
that.
off of. Yeah, like that. That was a cool one. I liked that one a lot.
I liked that
Like,
one as much as I liked the Hercules TV show.
yes, and they also gave Hercules some interesting rogues as well.
Yeah.
My favorite,
Yeah.
my favorite one was the Gorgon episode.
Mm.
You know, like because it very much is a lot of like uh, being yourself, and it was sweet that like Hercules is in the end still cared about like Medusa. He was like, I'm not gonna hurt you. Like I know who you are. Like after meeting her before she turns back into a Gorgon, he's like, I know who you are. I was a little scared at first because I was just so surprised, but I brought you flowers. Meanwhile, Hades was tricking her into thinking like she had to like hide who she was.
Yeah.
And Aphrodite was like, no, you should be who you really are.
Mm.
Although in that moment, I feel like if we're based off of the actual Greek mythology, I feel like it would be the opposite.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be
Yeah.
it would be Aphrodite telling you hide who you really are, and Hades being no, be who you really are.
We got to do an episode on Greek mythology or different mythologies. That would be fun.
Oh, absolutely. I could we could do one purely about Greek.
Oh, for sure. Another one would be Egyptian mythology. That one's fun to dive into too.
But yeah, like Speed Race Next Generation, really fun. I think it still holds up story wise. It's fun.
Mm.
Like it's very fun and kind of like a kid's soap opera in a way.
Yeah, that's fair. I love me a good like drama show that's still entertaining. You know, like that's not just drama.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a couple more under the belt. Let's go.
Yeah. I got a couple. I'm trying to figure out which of the three I want to talk about next. What's it called? I don't know if you've seen this movie. I had my girlfriend watch this movie with me a little while back. I loved this movie as a child, and it is not talked about nearly enough. Is Meet the Robinsons.
Yes, I love that movie so much.
That movie, the soundtrack, the story, that I think everyone can sometimes, at least most of us can identify with that main character of just feeling like you don't belong and you're trying to find your place and oh, that chef's kiss to that entire movie. Plus, I love the comedy and I love the uncle with the face on the back of his head.
Bake them cookies, Lucille!
Oh yeah. And how
that's-
like also self-aware he is too.
oh, for sure. Yeah,
Like
I want
he's
to be
ridiculous
like him when I'm
and
old.
self-aware. I know.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous but self-aware, which is my favorite kind of person.
Mhm.
Like
And the
I love
villain
that.
is like entertaining too. Like he's villainous, but like, you know,
And then after
comical.
yeah, and then after the reveal, it just gets really sad
Yeah,
because you're laughing at this guy the whole time, and then do you care if I spoil this for our viewers?
I mean, when did it come out? Like
2007
2007?
maybe. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
So the villain turns out to be Lewis's roommate, all grown up Goob.
Goob.
And-
I mean, I'd be a villain if my name was Goob. How
It's
do you go
so
through life with that name?
and it's so sad.
Yeah.
Like it's so sad seeing him this way, and you know, it's an amazing movie. Someone was saying like this is kind of this. It's an underrated gem.
Yeah.
And this person had this criticism about the movie. That's the only part of criticism I'll agree with Meet the Robinsons, which is I wish we stayed in the dark future a few extra minutes.
Just a little bit. Give me a little bit more taste, you know?
Yeah.
I want to hear a
yeah.
little bit
Well,
more.
I don't need a B plot. I just need a little extra world building.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, yes, it's gonna go away, but it would still be.
I will also say every time I watch that movie and I see the world, it makes me think of the scene from the SpongeBob movie.
All hail Plankton.
You know?
Welcome to the apocalypse. I hope you like leather. So that's
yeah.
such a good one.
Love that movie. You want to go next?
Let's see. What's next? I'm gonna do 2 really quick, if that's cool.
Yeah, go for it, and then I'll do 2.
Yeah. And so these 2 movies I think are very great for different reasons. And they both star Ewan McGregor as an up-and-comer wanting to make a name for himself. They are Valiant and Robots. So
I haven't seen Valiant, but I've seen Robots many times and love that movie too.
Yeah, Valiant is a war movie with pigeons.
Oh. Yeah, I know. It's a Disney movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. I like it. Stellar voice cast. Like if you look up the whole cast, you're like, wow, everyone's so good. Tim Curry's in it. He plays a Falcon. He plays a Falcon, which are the Nazis. If anybody's allowed to play a villain of a variety, it's Tim Curry.
John Cleese.
Oh yes, John Cleese, Hugh Laurie. They're all in the movie. They're all very good. And I believe Jim Broadbent is in the movie too.
John Cena.
Oh, probably an American character.
I have no clue. They're not listed. I'm looking at the Google cast list. That's often pretty wrong. Maybe he was a producer or something.
I have no idea. I don't know if John Cena's in that movie.
All I know is I just saw his face pop up in the left-hand corner. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. I'll show it to you sometime.
Yeah.
No, and obviously the other one is Robots.
Another stellar cast. Mel Brooks.
Yeah, it's Mel Brooks, Robin Williams, freaking, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the actor's name that voices Ratchet. Like, he's a well-known guy, and he typically doesn't play a bad guy. Let's see.
Greg Kinnear.
Oh yeah, Greg Kinnear. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that. Paul Giamatti. Oh yeah, he's the the Tim the Geek guy, you know.
Oh, Amanda Bynes. Oh, poor dear. Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge, our Aunt Fanny with that huge ass fart.
Get a load of this!
Yeah. Let's see. Stanley Tucci. Oh, Jim Broadbent is also in this movie. Oh, that's so funny.
And James Earl Jones for that one moment where they have the voice box of Darth Vader.
Wait, Cappy was Halle Berry? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, Diane Wiest was also in the movie.
Jay Leno. Al Roker.
Jackie Hoffman. Drew Carey. Natasha Lyonne. Oh my gosh. I was so unaware. It's so yeah. No,
I love cast lists like this where you keep diving deeper and deeper, and it's like, oh, what?
I know, it's insane. Yeah, such a good movie. Kind of like a perfect anti-capitalist movie.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Oh yeah, no, Ratchet is the perfect capitalist, and his mom.
He's the person. He's the ideal capitalist.
Yeah, but yeah, and his mom is the perfect, like, I run a sleazy business that's actually like the truth of what the real business is. It could be a perfect example of like sweatshops working with corporations.
She just reminds me a lot of like minimum wage managers that don't care that you're sick. They want you in.
Yeah, absolutely. Reminds me of, you ever seen The Wiz? Oh, the person that runs the sweatshop in The Wiz very much reminds me of the woman there.
Okay.
It's a good movie. But yeah, Robots is
Also,
amazing.
that the underground song didn't need to go so hard. Didn't
I know.
I will throw that on my car ride to work.
I know.
I don't know. It just hits.
Yeah, it reminds me of in the original Frozen, like the first song I think hit so
the
much.
ice blocks.
Yeah, I'm like, it's such a manly song. It very much reminds me of the Chop Shop one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone is fantastic in that movie. It's such a great movie. I've shown a couple people that movie and they're like, "Wow, this is amazing. How did I never hear of this?"
I think I wrote a letterbox review for it a while back where it was just like any movie where I can watch Robin Williams animated character sing to Britney Spears. I'm all in. All in.
Absolutely.
What's it called? Should I jump to my next two?
Absolutely.
So I loved this as a child, and I've been trying to collect more VHS tapes of it. I've only gotten 2 so far, but someone kind enough on YouTube posted like a 4-hour compilation of all the tapes. I have it right here. One sec. It is the Tales of Peter Rabbit and Benjamin Bunny by Beatrix Potter. I have loved that ever since. It's just like I would put it on as of recently and just fall asleep to it, but we'd watch it so often as a child. Reflecting on it makes me feel bad that I'm sure other people in the room did not want to watch cottagecore calm Peter Rabbit, but I remember loving it as a child, still love it today. The animation hand drawn, the music is just.
Hey, dude, you good? Hey, you good? Did you just freeze up? Yeah, let's just pretend like nothing happened.
Oh no, I'm gonna completely acknowledge it in the edit. Technical difficulties, but anyway.
Oh my gosh, no way. No way. It did it again.
All right, technical difficulties, but loved this as a kid. Again, feel bad that a lot of people had to watch that movie over and over again because of me, but peak child animation. And then there's another thing that I don't think people talk about nearly enough, is Cartoon Network's Mad TV cartoon. Did you watch that?
I think I watched a couple of bits of the Mad TV cartoon.
I loved it. I used to read the magazine and everything. I love that show so much, and I should have watched it. Can't find it anywhere.
I know.
Let me look up.
I think whoever owns Mad must have like the rights in a death grip or something.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not nearly as popular as it used to be. What's it called? Yeah, it's only available on YouTube for 99 cents an episode, I think. But I remember watching that, and it's such a contrast to Peter Rabbit. I also feel like Mad TV was my like intro to other weird Cartoon Network shows. If you remember, like Problem Solvers or what was it? Secret Mountain Fort Awesome.
I remember you telling me about that one.
Secret Mountain Fort Awesome is what birthed Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh no. The
Yeah.
birth of Uncle Grandpa.
It was peak brain rot as a child. I loved Uncle Grandpa for more than I probably should have. Good morning. Do you have any more that you want to talk about?
I got like 3 more left. Like, why don't you go over another one?
Okay. I originally had when I was trying to think of like deep cuts and lesser known childhood media from that we might be nostalgic for. It's not by any means unpopular, but I loved Coraline. That was like I made a lot of mistakes as a child watching like horror movies, thinking they would be I could handle them. Like I remember watching it, thinking it was like, oh, it's a comedy. It's got to be. It has a clown on the front cover. So I threw it on the DVD player at a family friend's house, and I thought my mom was like it for a week. But I remember my uncle took me to see Coraline in theaters, and
Oh wow.
it was like we got to hang out. We went and had wings and soda, and he brought me to Coraline, and I was freaked out about it, but I loved the movie. And I remember him saying, "Do not tell your parents what we watched." But that movie I loved. But I just wanted to talk about it, but I'm not going to make it a point on the list because it's not underappreciated or unknown. But one we talked about earlier was Animusic. If
which I am not familiar with at all. I have never heard of Animusic.
If any of you viewers are familiar with Animusic, you are awesome. You are a gem. And you have peak knowledge. Anytime I went to class in elementary school music class and they brought out that TV cart, I knew it was Animusic, and it's this 3D animation of different robots and machines and all these different little
I'm looking at it now.
what's those things falling over machines to do something like that, but playing music. And they had this one where lasers were playing like notes, and it's just this like pop symphony orchestra, and it's so good. I don't know how to describe it, and I don't want to play it because I don't want us to get striked, but
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, I know what you're talking about now that I'm seeing it, but I'm also like, I never experienced this growing up.
oh, it was great. We'll have to watch it sometime too. But if any of you know Animusic, please tell me what you think in the comments. Also, I'm a little distracted and lost for words right now because my co-host Luna has come in and has decided it is time to chew on butcher's twine. So,
Hi, Luna.
Luna, I'm so appreciative that Luna is entertained by the little things in life. A squiggly toy on butcher's twine that I tied up, and it is her favorite toy ever. Sorry, what do you want to talk about next?
I'll do 2 ones because these 2 I watched when I was very, very young. This is like preschool me. And the first one I'm going to mention is Backyardigans. Yeah, Backyardigans was so fun, and I think I could probably still think the song. I'm not going to sing it, but I could probably rewatch.
We know the song.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a fun show, They went on crazy adventures. And
it reminds me of what Little Einstein's, was able to jump off of, Backyardigans walked so Little Einsteins could run.
Yeah, Little Einsteins. That was another one I grew up with. I loved Rocket. He was my favorite.
Which one was he?
He was the ship. But yeah, Backyardigans. They would go on these crazy adventures. My favorite one was the mystery episode they did. It was a whodunit, very Clue-esque, and I think Backyardigans kind of helped create the foundation of my love of murder mysteries.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what?
Even though it wasn't a murder, it was a mystery.
Crediting a Nickelodeon children's TV show for building your starting your love for murder mysteries. It's such a funny comment that deserves to be a tweet or something.
Absolutely. Although, and by the way, just a quick shout out, the creator of Backyardigans, she passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember her name. The creator. She died March 2022. Janice Burgess. I believe Backyardigans won a couple of like Emmys.
Oh,
which I'm like,
well deserved.
Yeah, it won stuff. And by the way, I'm looking at like Janice Burgess. So she was a Nickelodeon executive and producer known for her work on children's television, who developed the show from a live-action puppet concept into the animated musical series that premiered in 2004. Burgess was instrumental in shaping Nick Jr., also overseeing shows like Blue's Clues and Little Bill, which were
Blue's Clues.
Yeah, and removing Cosby from the mix, I did love Little Bill growing up.
I don't think I ever watched Little Bill.
It's cute. I mean, you got to avoid the intro because you see Mr. Cosby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I didn't grow up with the Cosby Show. I grew up with Little Bill.
It's like watching what is it, Superman 1 or 2, and there's a framed picture of Bill Cosby in Chief's office. It's like, oh no, Chief, no.
Yeah, the Naked Gun remake handled it very well.
Yeah, I love that.
with O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
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 And another animated show that nobody talks about because Disney and Pixar want you to forget this. For some reason, I can't explain why. I don't know how, but a dramatic zoom in. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. Like, I loved that show growing up. I loved the team that Buzz has. They were so cool and fun looking and interesting. And I love the idea of them just like going on these adventures, and that like Star Command is kind of like almost like a Green Lantern core kind of thing.
I was gonna say it reminded me of the Green Lantern animated TV show.
Before my love of Green Lantern, there was Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. And I believe there was like a movie that came with it. I think the movie was like the first couple of episodes put into
pretty sure we
one
had
movie
on VHS back in the day.
Yeah, because the movie or the first episode originally like it was Tim Allen.
Yeah.
And then they replaced him with Patrick Warburton for the show. And regardless how we feel about Mr. Tim Allen, he is still a big influence on my childhood. Like, I just grew up with a lot of stuff with him in it. I watched Home Improvement later on in like high school and enjoyed that after school, so that was nice. But yeah, like what's funny is I saw the comparison, and I'll send you the comparison.
These three are stowaways. Blast! These three are stowaways. Blast!
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, right. It's their mind link thing.
The mind link thing.
Yeah.
Is when Tim Allen's talking as Buzz, he's very heroic, he's very
Yes.
commanding, and he's like Captain America. And then when Patrick Warburton does it, he's very kind of oafish, a little more like I don't want to say immature. He's very Kronk. He's very Kronk, which is not a bad thing, but
No,
it's
we love Kronk.
I think, like, had they done the animated series, they should have either stuck with Tim Allen or stuck with Warburton in the beginning. It's the Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle situation, and I understand why Terrence Howard had to leave. It was good that he left. Teriology, what fucking bullshit. So, but yeah, like Buzz Lightyear Star Command, very good show. Got to see Zurg a lot. Put into like interesting situations. Him and his minions got very close. There's a show very similar to it from the Warner Brothers side, and it's hard to find this show because only like real ones know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch Duck Dodgers?
Duck Dodgers.
It's Daffy.
Oh,
But being a
I
space
saw
ranger.
a few episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up watching that. Like, and that was my more introduction to Looney Tunes than Looney Tunes.
I used to watch a lot of Looney Tunes as a kid. What's it called? I also used to love speaking of
I did
ducks.
too.
I loved
What was that?
speaking of ducks, I loved the original DuckTales. That was great.
Yeah, I remember watching it. I remember watching the Cersei episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first one I watched. And, good old Scrooge McDuck. That reboot they did in 2017 was actually pretty good.
I didn't watch it, but I'll have to give it a look.
It was actually very good. Like, watch the first season, then tell me what you think.
Yeah.
Because it actually does something that's kind of sad, but very intriguing for their characters.
Do they kill off Launchpad?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. But there is a running joke that there's a couple times throughout the series where Launchpad's not doing anything and he'll just like wander off somewhere. And then by the end of the episode, he comes back from something and it's implied he went on this crazy epic journey just by himself.
That's what it
And
kind of feels like to go through side quests in life.
I wish I was the side quest friend. I know so many other people I know are side quest friends. I am not the side quest friend.
When you get the
Try to
chance
learn how
do
to be
quest
the side
friend,
quest.
it's fun. It's fun. Just
Yeah.
randomly like showing up. It gives that same energy as the memes of like you get sent home because you're too drunk at a party and you randomly just appear at the party, and it's that Joe Rogan clip where the alien spawns in and he's like, pogging.
Yeah. I mean, my craziest like side quest adventure was I had the day off one day and then I went into the city and then I got lost and it took me over an hour to find my way home.
One recent thing was I went on a side quest of like my girlfriend and I couldn't figure out what we wanted to do. So we went this was a while back, but we went to just drive down the road and see where the road took us and just keep driving. And we ended up at some antique stores and I bought a sword for like $20.
That's
And
awesome.
like, yeah, we don't know where this came from. We think it's an estate sale, but no one wants to buy it.
What kind of sword is it?
A longsword. It's a Scottish longsword. It's like a
Wow.
replica thing. It's cheap, but it looks cool.
That's dope. Yeah. Do you have any more shows that you wanna or other bits of media that you want to share?
No, I mean there I can go on forever. But I think I'll cap it there, and we'll talk more about it in another time.
Yeah, because you sent me your list, and there's one on here where I was like, "Oh, really? I held back on that one."
Yeah, I had put that on there. It was JLU for those who are wondering, and
Yeah.
I think I put that down there, and I was like, wait a second, no, that's not a deep cut or anything, and then I went to
Yeah.
delete it and replace it with Mad TV, but I guess I forgot to replace it.
Yeah. I feel like we could do an entire Justice League Unlimited episode.
I'd love that. One of my favorite characters in that show has to be Green Arrow.
Yeah, I'll get Richie on here and we'll talk about it sometime.
Yeah.
Because I remember I did in the previous podcast series, my 5th episode I did was with him, and he and I talked about the good and the bad of the DCAU. Like, there's parts of it we love, parts of it we don't love. Like, I don't like the Batman Batgirl relationship.
Yeah.
Um,
I was
I don't-
more of a fan of Batman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that was I was that's a ship I would not have liked initially until that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he hates Green Lantern and Hawkgirl getting together because he's a Hawkman fan.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, which I will let him talk about that briefly when he's on here. Only briefly. I'm going to yeah, I gotta cap him because he'll go on too long. Yeah, like JLU, we will do an entire episode on that. Let us know, everybody, if you want us to do an entire episode on JLU, and we absolutely want to.
Absolutely. And I think a good sequel to an episode like this would be some of our favorite, like, animated shows and media meant for adults. Some of them that has been impactful for our lives as adults.
Yeah, well, do you mean movies we saw as adults or movies that we saw? Okay, because I was gonna say, like, because I was originally
Movies
gonna
and TV
include,
shows. But
I
maybe
was gonna include
animated.
like Prince of Egypt, but I was like, no, I saw that when I was a kid. I'm gonna do my honorary mention real quick, and then we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, sounds good.
This is a show I saw in like middle school, and I watched it on my dad's iPad when on Netflix, and that would be Generator Rex. Are you familiar with Generator Rex?
I remember the promos being on TV. It would generally play around the same time as like Ben 10 and shows like that. And I wasn't a huge fan of those, so I would kind of switch channels.
Yeah.
But I remember the promos
it's funny.
for that.
Yeah, what's funny is Daryl Sabara, I believe that's how you say his name. You know who he is, right? So Daryl Sabara.
Junie Cortez.
Junie. Yes, he voices Rex.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and Ray Delisle Griffin voices, I believe her name's Dr. Holiday. It's been so long since I've seen the show. J.K. Simmons is White Knight. Bobo is voiced by John DiMaggio.
Of John DiMaggio and how
I know
he's like a little bit of everywhere. It started with like I started recognizing him after Jake the Dog and Adventure Time, and then I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, Troy Baker's in the show. He's Van Cleise. He's really good as that bad guy.
Oh my god. Is
Like, this is a
Jones?
Yeah, like there is
John
like
Cena.
Generator Rex. Oh, I guess he is in there. He's in everything. He's
Hello, Carol. We're John Cena.
But yeah, Generator Rex, it has its own crazy lore and mythology. I'd say it's more sci-fi than Ben 10. Ben 10 is more aliens. This one is more mutations.
So you could say that Generator X is a body horror?
I'd say so, yeah. Yeah, like it's
What
this
would you
kid that just literally turns parts of his body into like mechanical parts, and he's the only one that can cure these evos that are mutated. Uh, and he works with this like group called Providence, and they cure all these like evos. And his mentor Six says either cure, contain, or kill them. And the show is so interesting, and here's why I kind of prefer it over Ben 10. Someone put this perfectly for me. Rex doesn't need a Grandpa Max telling him right from wrong. Rex needs lessons on life, not morality.
Mm.
Which I'm like, yeah, that's the refreshing thing I like about Rex is he knows right from wrong. Like the thing is he needs help navigating life. And he is, yeah. And the sad thing is why we never see more of that show. The toys didn't sell.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, like, if anybody out there, I might look on the Internet Archives for this one. You can find Generator Rex. Please, I beg of you, watch it. It's such a good show. It's really good. The characters are so compelling. Rex is so fun. The voice acting, the animation, it makes you miss old Cartoon Network so bad.
I just looked it up and I was like, oh, wait, you can't get this anywhere other than YouTube.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
out of curiosity. Oh, wait, not the Wayback Machine.
But yeah, no, it's a fantastic series. I wonder if it's on Internet Archives.
It is not, but you can get the 3D models. But I will tell you, there's a collab with Strawberry Shortcake.
Huh?
There's
Okay.
an old app for Generator Rex. But that's about it.
It's so good.
There's
And I wish
that I've gotta watch that I seem to miss out on. A lot of the stuff, like we'll talk about it in the next episode, but we kind of cover stuff like this. But I find there's a lot of things that I'm like, how did I not watch this when I was younger? Like, or why did I avoid watching this until I got older? Like, I would have loved this as a kid, but yeah, that's life.
That's all I got right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's time to start wrapping up this episode. Thank you all so much for listening and staying with us and hearing us chat about some of our favorite childhood media that's close to us or we think is personally very underrated. So let me ask all of you out there, do you have a personal favorite one? What's one that we haven't discussed that you're like, oh yeah, I should talk about this one? Like, let us know, please. Let us know. Zach, do you have anything for us, for our audience?
Well, absolutely. Let us know what your thoughts are. We'd love to hear some of your like Lex said, some of your favorite childhood media, some deep cuts there. Maybe it's something we haven't heard of. Maybe it's something we love. But we'd love to chat with you all.
Yeah, thank you all for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen to us on Spotify. Follow our social media. And thank you all for listening. Bye.
Bye.